Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be reviewing Beast in Disney Mirrorverse. So before the video starts, I just want to put out a quick disclaimer that I'm part of the KCP, the Kabam Creator Program, so I get to test out these Guardians every month and actually make videos so I can give feedback. These Guardians get removed from my account after a certain amount of time, so I don't get to keep them, and I'm limited towards the content I can do. So we're just going to get straight into Beast's ability. So he's a Tank Guardian. Now starting off with his core ability, when Beast hits an enemy with his heavy attack, he has a 60% chance to gain 10% armor. Now 60% chance is great, and you just want to use your heavy attack as much as possible to gain that armor. Each 1% of armor on Beast passively gains an additional 0.5% attack. So every time you use a heavy attack and you gain that 10% armor, you're also getting 5% attack as well. So moving on to the special ability. So the special ability, it deals 400% damage and causes a knockback to all enemies in an arc. Now knockback is very important in Disney Mirrorverse. Now Beast also gains 20% armor from using his special ability. So he gains 10% armor when he uses his heavy attack. He has a 6% chance, and he's also gaining 5% attack. And then when he uses his special attack, he gets 20% armor. Now moving on to the signature ability, if any of Beast's allies reach 20% HP or below, Beast and the ally gain a 30% damage resistant buff for 10 seconds, and Beast lures all enemies targeting that ally for 10 seconds. This effect will only activate once per encounter for each teammate, so it can happen twice. Now basically, if your allies are really low, then you're resisting a lot of damage, and also Beast gains lure, so he just lures all the enemies towards him and he has all that armor on him already, so he's just not taking as much damage. So that's a great ability to have. Now moving on to his bio, we're going to go over his traits. Now he's a tall guardian, royalty, scary, blade wielder and short fuse. So not the best traits, but in the future hopefully we have some new towers coming. So moving on to the talents, starting with the advanced ones. If Beast or any of his allies are inflicted with any debuff, Beast gains a 36 defense buff for 10 seconds. And then moving on to the next one. Beast's heavy attack and special ability have a 58% chance to inflict a wound, dealing 5% damage per second for 5 seconds. Now this stacks up once, so that's 25%. When a wound expires on Beast, he is healed for 3% HP, so that's regeneration, which is really good. And then the next advanced one, when Beast is healed, he gains a 68% attack buff for 3 seconds. This effect has a 3-second cooldown after it expires. So when he is healed from that other talent, he just gains a great attack buff, so it's just more damage as well. And then his elite talent, if Beast is knocked back, he has a 10% chance to gain 3.5% armor per second to a maximum of 20% armor. So it's just another way to gain armor. So overall, Beast, he looks like a really good guardian to have. You just want to use your heavy attacks as much as possible to gain all that armor. And he just has some other abilities that are great, as well as that attack buff, and just different ways to gain armor in general. So we're just going to get into some gameplay right now. So moving on into the gameplay, all you want to do with Beast is just spam those heavy attacks. You can see already we're gaining armor in the top left hand side of your screen, and it's just simple. All you want to do, go into the fight and just spam those heavy attacks. Now Beast, he is one of those guardians you do kind of want to control at the start of the fight just to gain that armor. Now there is a 60% chance to gain 10% armor. When you do use your special ability, you gain 20% armor, and you also gain an attack buff. Now there's two types of talents you want to run with Beast. So the first one being Vicious Strikes. This is the advanced talent. So Beast's heavy attack and special ability have a 58% chance to inflict a wound, dealing 5% damage per second for 5 seconds. Now this is very important because it's an additional damage source. Wound is really good in Disney Mirrorverse, but also when the wound expires on Beast, he gains 3% HP. Now this also links into a different talent, the next one along, the last advanced one. When Beast is healed, so when he gets that 3% regeneration from the advanced talent, the other one, he also gains a 68% attack buff for 3 seconds. So this is great as well. So these two talents combine into one. Now overall, as you can see right now, look at how much armor we have. We're gaining those defense buffs as well. And when Snow White goes down to 20%, as you can see right now, we're gaining lore. And when we gain lore, you know, it's a protection towards all your other guardians in the fight when they're really low. Beast, he's just really good, and he can just control the fight by luring all of the enemies towards him. He can take tons of damage and still be fine, and that's just another positive to having Beast on your team. So now we're going to be talking about Beast's playstyle, who's best pairing with him, and also who is the best guardians to counter him. So firstly, we're going to describe his playstyle. So Beast is best played with a team that is able to provide lots of defense buff and armor. As long as he is doing his job and the team is there to back him up, he will be getting extra attack for all the armor he gains. So if he is the backstop of a team who is busy doing something else, then his best bet is to stay up front and throw heavy attacks to keep stacking up that armor and also gaining more attack. So basically, yeah, you just want to spam those heavy attacks, gain that armor, and also increase the attack of Beast. So which allies best pair with Beast? Beast thrives with allies like Maui, who likes delivering armor on demand, or Bella, who likes to drop defense buffs and make Beast's own armor gains even more powerful. So which enemies does Beast counter? So Beast does really good when he's against melee enemies, as they have to spend time up close to him, and Beast needs as many people as possible to hit with those heavy attacks. So the more people he's hitting with those heavy attacks, the more armor he actually gains, and the more attack he gains as well. So who is the best guardians to kill Beast? So anybody who is able to peel off Beast's armor, so take off Beast's armor, is really going to do great against Beast. So guardians such as Buzz, Zerg can actually work really well against Beast, or maybe someone like Hades, who deals double damage to armored guardians. So yeah, there are quite a few guardians out there who do work really well against Beast. So overall, Beast seems like a really good guardian to have in the game. He does require you to play him at first to gain those armor, but when you do gain a tiny bit of armor, enough to make him sustainable on his own with the AI controlling him, he can just be in the background, and when all your guardians get low, he can lure them all in and just take the damage and absorb it. So yeah, Beast, if I have to rate him out of 10, I say he's a solid 7 out of 10. A good guardian, a good addition to the game, and if you do get him, he will be definitely worth taking up. And I think he'll be pretty good in Rift Raids if I say so myself. So yeah, that is it for today's video. If you did like it, please leave a like and subscribe for more. And also follow my Twitter. The link is down in the description down below, where you can stay updated with all new videos coming out and just some future ideas I have. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.